What is going on, everybody? What is going on, The Catch family? Hope everyone is doing phenomenal tonight on this beautiful Tuesday, the last day of the month, and we are moving into June. It is moving into prime time fantasy football off season. I'm super excited and super excited to be here with you guys tonight as always. You guys know what to do, baby. Hit that like button on the way and hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, hop in the live chat. Let me know what's popping, guys. And we, of course, are hopping into another live 2022 fantasy football mock draft. We're going to try and find a mock that you guys can hop into with me tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and reload this. Let's see. Let's find one at 11:15. And let's see. Okay. 12 team PPR. Let's do it. I'm not looking. 10. All right, so I'm going to join right here, and I'm going to make my name very visible. That way you guys can find me, and we can have a good time drafting together. Let's see. Who am I going to be? Crazy helmets? Those aren't that crazy. Look, where's Spencer at? There's a cheesehead. Wow, cats and dogs are kind of lame. Wow. Solo. Come on, man. Can we get some up-to-date Star Wars? Okay, let's just be Peyton Manning. Look for Peyton Manning. Look for team, all caps, The Catch. And we should be good to go here, guys. We got Derek in here already. Let's go, let's go. Derek in the chat. What's up, baby? What's going on, man? Let me make sure the music's good to go. Justin, what's up, bro? What up, what up? Appreciate you guys being here tonight. Andrew, what up, what up? Slade, what's going on? Smokey, what's up? What mock are you on, brother? We are drafting through ESPN. Like I said, look for 12 team H2H. And look for my name. All caps, The Catch. Derek's in here. We got Justin in here. Let's see, guys. It's filling up quickly. Make sure you guys hop in if you want to draft tonight. Slade, you just have to have an ESPN account and just look for this specific mock draft. It is filling up quite quickly, so I'm going to feel bad if you guys don't get in here. We only got one spot left. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And Andrea's in here too. So we got Andrea, Justin, Derek, and myself. So we got a couple of you guys in here. I'm going to feel bad now. But we are running our subscriber mock draft tomorrow night through Sleeper, so make sure you guys are part of the Discord channel to get that link. And we'll be running that tomorrow night. I'll let you guys know on Discord exactly what time we're running. I got to talk to Steven and see what time we're running it tomorrow. So let's see. Jason, what's up, bro? What's up, man? Appreciate you being here. It's good to see you. What's going on? Derek, can't wait for the Catch family. Yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up as well. So another reason to be, part of the Discord channel, which of course link is in the description down below. Completely free to join. I am starting to collect names for our 2022 fantasy football leagues, for the Catch. And hey, by the way, it looks like spot 2 just opened up. If anyone wants to try and snag that before it gets filled up. So all I'm doing right now is starting to get a head count, and really just starting there, and then just answering loose questions on Discord as well that you guys have at the moment that I'm available to answer, and just kind of going from there, just starting things slow and trying to give you guys the advantage of getting those questions out of the way early, and before I kind of release all the details and how everything's going to work as well. So yeah, I hope you guys are interested in joining our leagues this year. I'm gonna have to split it up, of course. It's gonna be multiple 12-team leagues, and then I'll have a team in each league. That way I can commission. But it's awesome. There's a ton of you guys who are interested, and there's no way I can just do one league. So we're gonna have to just fill up 12-man slates, and we'll see how many we get filled. and how many I feel like is realistic for me to commission overall. So I'm excited for it. Hop on Discord. There's a thread on the Discord page just titled Catch Fam 2022 Fantasy Football League, and that's where you guys can ask questions and put your name out there. And please, if you guys have a different Discord name than YouTube, just let me know what your YouTube name is as well, or at least make sure your Discord name indicates, what your YouTube name is as well, just to help me out and keep track of everyone as well. Mr. Sarcastic, I'm sorry, Mr. Bro. We are having our subscriber mock draft tomorrow if you want to join. And by the way, I did figure out that was you on Discord. Your Discord name is a little bit different. Speaking of different names in the thread for the Fantasy Football League. So I've got you down on the list as well, my dude. Smokey, 7th spot I want in the Catch Fam League. Yep. I can put you down, but it's going to be easiest for me to just have everyone on Discord in the same place. So just do me a favor and try and hop on there and throw your name in there as well, because I have active dad brain at all times and I don't want to forget any of you guys. And right now that is the best way for me to keep everything organized. All right, I got to plug in my laptop, which I did not do so. Speaking of active dad brain, that is something I do at the beginning of every stream that did not do. And I just knocked over a ton of stuff live for you guys. All right, let's go. Under 2 minutes until we get another mock draft going. Appreciate you guys drafting with me tonight. Appreciate you guys hanging out. And happy that a couple of you guys got to hop in here. Apologize to anyone who didn't get to hop in here. And like I said, we are running our subscriber mock draft through Sleeper tomorrow. And last I checked, there was like 5 spots open. So we'll get those filled out by tomorrow. But, make sure if you guys want to, I would say our subscriber mock draft is the most competitive mock draft we do on a weekly basis. So if you guys want to be part of that, please, please, please join on Discord as well. All right, let's see. Jerry going down, says Justin. Yeah, Jerry, our reigning Catch Fam League winner last year. Shout out to our boy Jerry. Smokey, I'll put on Discord. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Slade, plan on only doing one tonight. Unfortunately, I'm only going to have time to do one tonight. So I'm sorry, man. But that's what we're doing tonight. One little mock draft here, and then we are donezo. All right, 50 seconds. Let's go. Slade, you're in on tomorrow night's draft, though, right? I think I saw you in there. Ooh, I don't know about you guys, but it is super hot where I live. Like, ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's so humid today. All right, draft's about to start. Where am I at? Pick 10. I didn't even remember. Probably going to stick with that same strat of switching between the running back and receiver position. I really think this is going to be the strategy that I end up recommending moving into 2022. I just don't think there is a better way that I've seen to build a roster throughout all of the mock drafts that we've done. But we'll see, because a lot can change in terms of ADP, drafting styles, consensus drafting styles, consensus ADP, all that stuff, more competitive drafting as the months go on. So we'll see. We'll see. Emil, what's going on? Appreciate you being here. What up? Andrew got the number 1 pick. Got JT off the board. Let's go. Justin says, stupid hot. Oh my gosh, man. It's driving me crazy. I'm a winner boy. I'll tell you that much. All right, Austin Eckler off at the 3rd spot to our boy Justin. Cooper Kupp off at spot 4. So pick 10 is kind of a tough place to land a running back. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie. I mean, let's see. We got CMC, Harris, Kamara, Cook, Fournette, Swift, Mixon, Connor. I mean, through ESPN's rankings, I guess it's not that hard. Let's look at receiver. Might get a nice receiver to fall out to 15. We'll see. All right, so Jamar Chase goes at pick 5. I remember to turn the sound off tonight. I'm happy about that. I feel like I'm the only person who ever changes their logo. But it's also so you guys can help find me a little bit better too. But I guess no one really cares about that. That kind of makes sense. But we got Peyton Manning in here. We're representing tonight. So Steven will be in tomorrow night's mock draft. No, he's excited to talk to you guys tomorrow. So should be a fun mock draft tomorrow night. Make sure if you guys don't join that you come hang out for a little bit, talk some fantasy football. And it's been another kind of dead week in the NFL. We got some stuff brewing with Deshaun Watson. But outside of that, there ain't much to talk about. We're in that slow period, you know. And we'll kind of just have to wait and see what happens. And God forbid any injuries. But outside of that, we're going to have training camp coming up. We're getting closer, guys. I mean, tomorrow's June 1st. I can't believe it. This offseason has been flying by. All right. Derek goes with Najee Harris at 6. JJ goes off at 7. CMC at 8. Diggs at 9. I'm going to go running back here. Kamara and Cook are fine, but I'm going to go Joe Mixon. Go against the ADP. I'll take Mixon as my RB1. Kamara and Cook, no problem with either of those guys. Fournette, Swift, Connor, you could all argue as an RB1 as well. Justin Lord, big hit. He's going to be in the building. He'll be here tomorrow. All right, so Kamara goes at 11. Good value there. Slade, I wish it was August. Hey, I'm right there with you, bro. It's going to be a crazy, crazy month here at the Catch. It's going to be a crazy, crazy start to the season as well in September. I'm super excited. And starting next week, the first full week of June, we're going to really be ramping up the content and everything moving into 2022. So I'm super excited, man. Super excited. All right, Dalvin Cook goes at 12. So there's your first round. JT, Henry, Eckler, Kupp, Chase, Najee Harris, JJ, CMC, Diggs, Mixon, Kamara, and Cook. I feel like that's pretty straightforward for me. Adams goes at 14. Debo goes at 13. I was kind of hoping Adams might fall to 15, but it just ain't going to happen. So I feel like I have to go Tyreek Hill, have to go for that upside. CeeDee Lamb, kind of on the outside looking into this tier. I mean, Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, extremely consistent. T. Higgins, nice upside. A.J. Brown, nice upside. But I think Tyreek Hill is the last of that first tier, so I'm going to go and take him off the board as my wide receiver one. Get us some nice upside. Just going to be crazy hot weather and fantasy. Man, I'm so excited. It's going to be the grind. Like, it starts next week. It's going to be a crazy couple of months. I'm just excited to see, what comes to the channel and the community over the next couple of months, man. I'm super, super excited. All right, Swift goes at 16. Fournette goes at 17. And at pick 34, I'll be eyeing another running back. We'll see who falls out that far. James Conner goes at 18. Good value, in my opinion. And we'll just kind of sit back. We got Derek on the clock. Andrea's got those back-to-back picks at 24 and 25. Justin's got picks 22 and 27. Good value at both those selections as well. See what happens here. Derek, I know you're eyeing CeeDee Lamb right now, bro. I know there's no way he's not on your mind. CeeDee Lamb, there we go. I knew you can't pass up your boy. Justin, I know his pick. Hey, man, stay with that home team, bro. What round are you normally taking QB? With this current strategy I've been running, Slade, it's been pretty later on, like the 6th or 7th round, sometimes the 8th or 9th. With this current strategy that I call bounce back strategy, you're going running back, receiver, and you're repeating that while keeping an eye on tight end and drafting a tight end when you're comfortable doing so, right? Without missing out on a tight end one that you have confidence in. So for me, like on ESPN, looking at rankings, like I'm fine with Dawson Knox, Gesicki, or Goddard as my tight end one, and especially if I can grab a Hunter Henry or Noah Fant in later rounds and add some more stability. But even if keeping an eye on this first tier, which we haven't seen a tight end taken so far tonight, but Andrews, Kelsey, Pitts, Waller, and Kittle, like there's a point where if we're in the 5th round and for some reason any of these guys, more than likely Kittle or Waller would be the only ones, but if they're sitting there, then we're going to go ahead and take a tight end and take some upside. But like, let's say in tonight, you know, if we get to pick 34 as Travis Kelce selected, and for some crazy reason Mark Andrews is sitting there, then I'll take him, right? So we're just keeping an eye at, you know, on this tier, 2 tiers of tight ends, right? And they're kind of doing the same for QB. Like, for me, you know, there just comes a point where if Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray are sitting there and we're in the 7th round, like, I'm going to take them, right? But then the day we're looking for a little bit of value at the QB position a little bit later on. So I like this, you know, kind of tier. Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow, Russell Wilson, Matthew Stafford, Dak Prescott. But also, once again, Kyler Murray and Jalen Hurts providing that nice rushing upside. If they're available at a certain point, I'm not going to pass them up. But we're really looking to load up a little bit earlier on at the running back and receiver position, and then letting a tight end fall to us as well as a quarterback. So generally speaking, the last 2 weeks or so, I've been taking a QB a little bit later on. But we've done so many mock drafts, and there have been plenty of mock drafts earlier in the offseason where I was going for a QB a little bit later on. But overall, I would say in general, still looking for a quarterback a little bit later on in the draft, as it's just never really been part of my strategy overall to get a quarterback early. But once again, there comes a certain point where, you know, there's going to be certain QBs available that you just can't pass up. You know what I'm saying? So Nick Chubb goes at 26. For some reason, he is ranked at 36 overall on ESPN, which blows my mind. Mark Andrews goes at 27. Higgins at 28. Evans at 29. Yeah, I mean, if Nick Chubb fell to 34, there's no way I'm not taking him. But once again, like, there's one mock draft we did in the past week where we got him as our RB2, and I was like, just put an asterisk there. There's no way, you know, there's no way you're getting Nick Chubb as an RB2 in a realistic draft, you know. Slade, so if Josh Allen fell to the 4th, you're passing. I would say absolutely not. You know, that's the other thing, you know, with this specific strategy, right? Like, if Josh Allen were to fall to pick 39, like, yeah, I'm taking him all day long. Like, that value is insane. So with this strategy, you are keeping an eye on those top tier guys. And if they fall to you at the right value, then yeah, 100% we're taking them. But we're mainly trying to put an emphasis at the skill position at running back and receiver, and then getting value at tight end and quarterback, and not having to pay a heavy draft price at either position, if that makes sense. But no, if Allen falls to the 4th, I mean, even in the 3rd, you could argue like that's too much of value to pass up overall. But I would also say, just looking at running backs and how incredibly thin they are as a position overall, that, you know, going out and getting 2 to 3 RB1s earlier on, and then going out and getting, you know, solidifying the receiver position early on is more important. And there goes Allen at 33, which is still pretty low overall. And I would say Allen's probably the only QB. I mean, Mahomes and Herbert are really tempting, even at pick 39. But Allen's probably the only QB there that I'm not passing up overall. You know what I'm saying? Slade, I'm taking him in the 3rd. Yeah. I mean, even in the 3rd, like, from a realistic draft standpoint, you know, we've seen Josh Allen go at the beginning of the 2nd, end of the 2nd, beginning of the 3rd, like late in the 3rd round is good value for Josh Allen. And you just got to think, when you're starting to conduct your actual drafts, like, people go out and get their QB1 early. Like, we saw Mahomes go in the 1st round last year. We saw him go at the very beginning of the 2nd. That's going to happen with Josh Allen this year once again. And some people even, you know, I mean, we're taking Josh Allen at the end of the 2nd, beginning of the 3rd last season as well. So it just happens, especially in like family leagues and smaller leagues. Like, people go out and get QBs early. And for me, it's all the reason more to go out and get a QB a little bit later at a little bit of a better value overall. I'm starting to love Breece Hall, and he's already listed as a starter. Yeah. Listen, I like Breece Hall a lot. I like him more as like an RB3 overall, but I do like Breece Hall quite a bit. Yeah, I'm with you there, man. He's tempting to take here. at pick 39. He'd be a very solid RB3, but we're sticking with this strat. We're going to pick up a receiver here. In this tier, I like DJ Moore, I like DK Metcalf, I like Scary Terry, I like Deontay Johnson, and Brandon Cooks. I would have all those guys in a similar tier. I would say Mike Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown a little bit more inconsistent, a little bit less of a wide receiver one, more of an upside type play. Maybe a little bit more crowded offenses there. So I'll go DJ Moore here, someone who's been extremely consistent regardless of who the starting quarterback is. So I'll take DJ Moore off the clock. There is Michael Pittman selected at 38 and Kyle Pitts selected at 37. Justin in Superflex, he is 1.1. I believe it 100%. Yeah, Superflex and or a double QB league is going to be a little bit different overall in terms of where you're seeing players go. And hey, we should probably run a Superflex draft at some point soon. We did one a little bit earlier in the offseason, but it's fun to kind of sprinkle one of those in there, or even just a double QB league as well, or a double QB format, I should say, just to kind of, get some of that, change things up a little bit, so to speak. So a little bit of run at receiver here. Metcalf off the board, Scary Terry off the board. I got DJ Moore at 39. And Pittman went at 38. Kyle Pitts at 37 at the tight end position. Andrew, that's my friends league. Pick QB early. Yeah, there's plenty. I'm telling you, especially in like smaller leagues where, like you play with like your dad and your friend's dad, and like not that those people, plenty of good dads at fantasy football, but you guys know what I'm saying. I feel like they always go out and like Steven's dad in our family league. Shout out to Steve. Always goes out and gets Tom Brady in like the 3rd round. Like last year he picked Gronk, which ended up being a good pick, in like the 4th round, and Brady in like the 3rd. And it's like, it is crazy to see, like, we do all this preparation, we do all these mock drafts, we have all these rankings in front of us, and then in so many like family leagues, people just go completely against anything that is advised in the off season, go against all rankings, and just go out and get their guys, and the QB position tends to be a big part of that. So it is always interesting to see. Let's see. Justin says, "Oh, Derek, no, not Breece. Oh no." Yeah, I knew that Breece Hall was going to go in this round without a doubt, especially as we started to discuss him a little bit. Emil, who do you prefer in redraft league, Keenan Allen or Mike Evans? To be honest with you, Emil, it's a good question, but to be honest, I would put them neck and neck right next to each other. Like, I think they're in very, very similar spots in their careers. I don't see, for me personally, I don't think there's going to be any downturn in production from either receiver. I don't think they're going to be busts this year just because they're veterans. I think that they will both be completely fine, and they're both going to be a part of very, very dynamic offenses. You got Justin Herbert in the Chargers. You got Tom Brady in the Bucs. I think that both are going to have very, very solid years, probably just over 100 receptions, maybe just under 100 receptions. Either way, still be fine on the reception standpoint. And then outside of that, somewhere over 1,000 receiving yards, between 1,000 and 1,100 receiving yards. And I would say, anywhere between 6 and 10 touchdowns for both those guys. I would say Mike Evans probably has a better shot to come out with more touchdowns, looking at especially, the last 2 years, but last year as well, just a red zone monster. So to be honest with you, I hate to not answer the question, but I got them right next to each other in terms of value. I would say, look to your personal conviction. Do you believe more in the Chargers offense or in the Buccaneers offense? And, keep in mind that Godwin's going to miss some time, whether you think that helps Evans or hurts Evans, whether you think it's going to help in terms of defensive pressure, or whether you think it's going to help it in terms of an uptick in targets. Godwin is going to miss some time as well. And Derek selecting Jerry Jeudy at 54, that does remind me, so from my understanding as of today, there are all the charges against Jerry Jeudy have been dropped, so I don't believe we're going to be worrying about him missing any time. I wonder if this... no, he did miss last week due to a tight back. Motion to dismiss second-degree criminal tampering charges with domestic violence enhancer. So from a fear fantasy... Okay, never mind it. It's still possible he could face discipline from the NFL, so don't quote me. All right, let's look at running back here. I'll go Eli Mitchell here. Justin, got to be able to pivot. Usually like to have 3 potential guys lined up at each pick. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, pivoting is no matter what strategy you go in with, pivoting is such a major part of your overall draft process, without a doubt. All right, so I went Mitchell as my RB3, Devonta Smith as my wide receiver 3. I don't actually mind Lockett at this point, but I like Metcalf more in terms of a Seattle receiver to draft. But Drake London, Hunter Renfrow, I probably have right next to Devonta Smith in that same tier. But I'm really, starting to target Devonta Smith against ADP as a receiver that I'd like on my team. So I'm happy with that selection all day long. So I am taking a little bit of a risk tonight going against tight end. I mean, with that, the last 2 rounds, I was kind of keeping an eye on George Kittle. I thought about going Kittle at 58, but we're going to sit back, take a little bit of a risk, take a late round tight end, a late round QB, and see what we come out with. But QB is still very, very deep right now. I mean, we're looking very deep at the position. Let's just queue up these tight ends, make sure we've got them on our radar as well. I mean, we're pretty solid at the running back receiver position. Mixon, Jacobs, Mitchell, Tyreek Hill, DJ Moore, Devonta Smith. So 3 solid running backs, 3 solid receivers. Good value all the way through this draft as well. And it's a while until we pick, so we just got to kind of sit back and see what happens. Justin says, yeah, no worries for Judy. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good sign from a fantasy perspective, but at the same time, like I said, I guess it has been noted that he can still face discipline. So we'll still continue to monitor that situation and see what happens. Ultimately, I don't think he was going to miss a ton of time due to suspension. I was kind of guesstimating like 2 to 4 games, not a series of a suspension. But we'll see what happens. And, we'll just have to keep monitoring it here in the offseason. All right. So at pick 82 and 87, like I said, we'll continue to... I mean, there is coming a point where there's too much upside at QB to start to not think about selecting a Lamar Jackson, a Kyler Murray, or a Jalen Hurts. But there is a lot of good value past that tier. Prescott, Rodgers, Burrow, Brady, Wilson, Stafford. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on things. Tight end is... this is the tier where I still think there's some really good tight ends, but we're really close to moving into the next tier that is a little bit lower overall. Like, I'd much rather have a Goddard or a Gesicki, in that tier as opposed to like a Freiermuth or Zach Ertz, so to speak. So we'll see what happens. We've got 8 more selections until we pick. Running back, pretty dry. Receiver, obviously going to be the deepest out of all positions. Tyler Lockett's still sitting around. I mean, at a certain point, I think you do have to just take a chance on Tyler Lockett. I mean, extremely inconsistent last season, but still 1,100 receiving yards, 8 touchdowns, and 107 targets. I mean, although it's a huge difference at the quarterback position, but at a certain point, like in terms of upside, you gotta take a chance on Tyler Lockett. Like, especially if you already have 2 to 3 receivers that you believe in. He's a beautiful wide receiver 4. So I don't know, man. And there he goes off the board. But, I mean, still really, really good value in the 7th round, getting him at pick 76. I mean, this 54 is his ranking on ESPN. So, Justin, a really good pick here, and A.J. Dillon. That was really the next player that I was thinking about taking. I mean, it's just hard for me to pass up that value. I mean, I love him as an RB3, but if I could have snagged him here as an RB4, I would have been even more happy, right? So I absolutely love that selection. That's who I was eyeing at pick 82 overall. So we'll see what happens as Hawkinson's off the board. I might just go ahead and snag up a tight end here and call it a day. Running back's pretty ugly. Receiver, I think we're at a good place, and we're going to see plenty of value throughout this draft as well. All right. Now we got decisions. Let's go to snag our tight end. Let's get it over with. Give me Dawson Knox. Got no problem with that pick whatsoever. And then we might want to go and just pick up a QB because it is starting to dry out just a little bit here. Give me Jalen Hurts. Let's do it. Let's go for upside. Get our QB and tight end out of the way. I mean, I feel like we've got 3 good running backs, 3 good receivers. We could have gone with another running back and receiver and kind of loaded up there. And kind of taking a gamble, but we'll go ahead. We'll get it out the way. I mean, Hopkins would have been a really nice value at the position to add here. It's a couple committee running backs. You know, why not add one? But we'll go ahead and get QB and tight end out the way and not have to worry about it. Although, I mean, look at QB, man. I mean, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow, Russell Wilson, Matthew Stafford still available. Really, really good value. We'll see. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players I still have in a tier that I'd be happy next to Jalen Hurts, although Hurts provides probably more rushing upside. We'll see who's available at 106 and if that was the right decision or not. But after that run on Prescott and Jackson, you know, I got a little bit worried. And there goes Burrow at 89. Handcuff and standalone value, yeah, for sure, man. I'm avoiding all Seahawks wide receivers because I don't think they're going to throw it at all. Yeah, I think Metcalf will be fine just from a pure volume standpoint. Like, I think he's still going to garner targets. And, you know, he played fine when Russell Wilson was out last season. Lockett, a little bit more dynamic and needs that deep ball to really flourish overall. Like, I still think he can be productive, but I have much, much more faith in DK Metcalf. And I actually quite like Metcalf as a wide receiver, too, from a fantasy standpoint. And if you, you know, if you're going RB heavy or aggressive at tight end and QB early with some running back sprinkled in there, and Metcalf falls to like the 5th round, I mean, where did he go tonight? I think he went in the 4th. Yeah. So let's say you went out, you picked 2 running backs and a QB or tight end early. Like, I actually think Metcalf is fine as a wide receiver 1. Just don't expect a ton of upside, but I think he'll be consistent, and I do think he'll be fine regardless of who's throwing him the football. Within that offense, he's going to garner a lot of targets, but at the same time, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I do think that the Seahawks will be a run-first team as well. And unfortunately, I think they'll be doing so with a bit of a committee approach, right? Justin Wilson and Sutton, not Wilson and Judy. Yeah. So, you know, I for whatever reason, I do feel like... oh, and you're saying Justin stole my stack to Derek. I got you. Let's see. Where's Derek at here? Wilson and Judy, yeah. So now you're sitting with no Russell Wilson, but Cortland Sutton. Guys putting together some good teams tonight. Yeah, all you guys got good little squads going here. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I mean, I do feel like, for whatever reason, I'm willing to go Sutton over Judy. Don't ask me why, because last season I was crazy high on Judy in the offseason. Now I've kind of pivoted to Sutton being the player to look for. I just feel like him and Russell are going to have a good chemistry. I'm not sure why. All right, so in hindsight, it was a good decision to get Jalen Hurts at 87. We've seen Burrow, Wilson, Brady, Rodgers, and Stafford all selected before 106, as Russell Gage is selected to start the 9th round by Andrea. And yeah, I mean, at this point, like, let's say I didn't go Hurts and he was not available as well at pick 106. Derek Carr would be my selection, but obviously a lot more upside in the Jalen Hurts. But Carr is fine as a QB1 if you have to, but I do like him more as QB2. But he is a bit of a sleeper at the position as well. I think he'll have a fine year, and I think Kirk Cousins will as well. All right, so pick 106, probably pivoting back to running back receiver. I mean, there are some tight ends available as well that I like. And Melvin Gordon was a guy I had in sight. Derek goes ahead and selects right there. And gosh, it's just ugly at running back, man. Absolutely ugly. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, Gordon is a player who I'm starting to take as a RB4, RB5, preferably, if you can get him there. But I absolutely love Melvin Gordon as a late round pick. I think that's tremendous value in the 9th round. I'll take him all day long, even if he sees a split. I got no problem with that whatsoever. All right, so I'm going to go against the strategy because I do like Hopkins here as a wide receiver 4 on this team. I think he holds really good value. So we'll kind of switch back and we'll start to go receiver, running back for the rest of the draft. So looking at running backs available, I mean, James Cook, Ronald Jones, Stevenson, Robinson. There's a lot of interesting names here overall. It's tough. Tough. I mean, really, all these guys are flyers, you know? You're looking at committee type work. So, man, I'm kind of stuck between these three, Jones, Stevenson, and Robinson. You know, you're kind of taking a flyer no matter what. James Cook is kind of interesting too. Let's take James Cook for tonight's mock draft. Why not? Why not? Take a shot. All right, so we're into the 10th round now. Andrea, that's what I said. No running back. Yeah, it's rough out here at this point in the draft. We'll take James Cook. Take a little bit of a gamble tonight. I still think he's a committee running back and obviously a rookie as well, so we don't know exactly what to expect. But, hey, I mean, I still feel like Mixon, Jacobs, Mitchell is a solid start to the running back room, so I'll take a chance on Cook there. All right, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and queue up some receivers as well, although half these guys aren't going to be available by the time I draft, but that's okay. Wow. Receivers getting ate up too. Jeez. It's pretty ugly out here. Where is... I guess Van Jefferson's decent value at this point. I'm starting to warm up a little bit more to him. Alright, so receiver's pretty ugly. Running back's pretty ugly. What's new? What's new? What's new? We're at the end of the draft, boys and girls. How's QB looking? Derek Carr is still available. There's a point where I might consider Derek Carr or Kirk Cousins better value than some of the skill position guys available. So we'll see what happens. Let me make sure I didn't miss any of those rookie receivers. Dotson, Mechie, Alec Pierce. At this point, let's take a flyer on someone, right? We'll see what happens. All right, good pick, good value there, Andrea. Getting Dameon Pierce at 120. Definitely has a shot to be an RB1. All right, how many slots do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4 spots left. Okay, we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. Appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. Been a great stream. Appreciate you guys hanging out and talking fantasy. Appreciate you guys who were able to draft with me. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, of course, we're running our subscriber mock draft through Sleeper tomorrow night. Link is on the Discord page. Make sure you guys are part of the Discord channel. Link is in the description down below. Completely free to join. And like I said, we're also starting to collect an early head count for our 2022 The Catch Fam official leagues. So hop on that thread and let me know if you guys want to play with us next season as well. And yeah, I'm excited, man. It's almost June. We're getting into that time of the year, man. I'm excited. All right, so a lot of good value taken here in the 11th round. Robert Woods, Ronald Jones, Stevenson, Hunter Henry, Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd is who I was eyeing at 130, and then James Robinson as well. So not going to end up with my favorite players, but that's okay. It's okay. Andrew, don't know if I can make it tomorrow. No worries. Appreciate having you when we can, and it's no worries at all if you can't make it. All right, Odell goes. So I want to go receiver here. But there's like no one I'm necessarily in love with. We'll go with another rookie. Went with the rookie last round. Let's pick Jahan Dotson off the board and take a gamble here. And then there goes Derek Carr. I'm going to go running back here, and I'm going to go Tyler Algier, as I do believe he has an wow, can't speak tonight. An opportunity to become an RB1 with the Falcons. So I'll take Algier there happily. And then we'll just kind of sit back. Was like thinking about getting a second tight end on this team, but I just don't think in a 12-man redraft format you need to draft any of these tight ends. Albert O is kind of interesting. Evan Ingram. And then Njoku gets the big deal. He's probably going to get a lot of targets. A lot of people still making buzz about Irv Smith. I don't necessarily trust him. Gerald Everett, Hayden Hurst, Austin Hooper, Logan Thomas. Like there is value here, you know, and some upside in some of those players. But Tyler Higbee, Robert Tonyan as well. But I feel like in a 12-man redraft format, you probably wouldn't have to draft any of these guys. Maybe Albert O because he's made some buzz in the offseason, and maybe Njoku. But for the most part, you could just sit back. I could roll with Dawson Knox as my tight end 1, and then just kind of see as those first couple weeks progress, you know, what tight ends kind of emerge on the waiver wire and who we would want to go out and get. As in my opinion, the tight end position, you usually start to figure that out in the first 6 to 8 weeks. You might have some later flyers, kind of like Pat Freiermuth last season, right? But overall, you should be able to figure out what tight ends are going to be worth picking up at later points in the season and early parts of the season as well. All right, so let's take a look. Running back, we've got Mixon, Jacobs, Mitchell, Cook, Algier. Justin goes with Darrell Henderson. He's probably the last running back I'd really be willing to draft. McKissick, Spiller, you could take a chance on. Khalil Herbert as a handcuff to Montgomery is not a bad option. That's about it. Running back's ugly. You know, if Kirk Cousins fell out to 154, I wasn't going to pass him up, but he did not. Let's go George Pickens here. Let's go George Pickens. So let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running backs. I just don't think in a 12-man format I would go on maybe Isaiah Spiller, but we don't know if Jackson or Spiller is going to be the handcuff. But he'll have an opportunity to play if anything happens to Eckler, God forbid. But I just don't feel like for me there's anyone here I would draft. Looking at the QB position, once again, Carson Wentz, Ryan Tannehill, Mac Jones, Matt Ryan if I really, really wanted a QB2, but I don't. Tight end, once again, we just talked about. So I'm going to go with another receiver here. I'm going to take Kendrick Bourne off the board. And a little bit heavy receiver tonight and then 2 rookie running backs on the bench. But hey, that's okay. Can roll with that. All right, into round 14. Things starting to move pretty quickly here at the end of tonight's mock draft. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate those of you who were able to draft, and appreciate you guys who did hop in the live chat and hung out with me tonight. And yeah, you guys know what to do. Hit that like button if you didn't do so already. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. It really, really does help out the channel if you guys do subscribe and become part of the Catch fam. Tomorrow night, like we've talked about, running our subscriber mock draft. So make sure if you guys want to join, you guys hop on Discord, and that link's in the description down below, and join our Discord as well. And even if you don't draft tomorrow night, come hang out for a bit and say what's up. Feel like our subscriber mock draft always the highlight of the week. Always a good time regardless of if you guys draft or not. All right, so as we start to get to the end here, let's take a look at everyone's team. Derek pretty much done except for a kicker defense. So Derek ended up with Russell Wilson at QB and Tua, some nice upside. Nice QB2. I think that's a good option next to our boy Russell Wilson there. And let's see here. Najee Harris, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Melvin Gordon. Good value at running back throughout the draft. I think you'd be fine with those 4 guys. Maybe could have gone with another running back, but you went with the double tight end, double QB. So that's probably why you're down there, which is okay. Still think it's a good running back room. And you got Harris to lead the way, so I think you're fine there. Receiver, you got CeeDee Lamb, your boy, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, Tim Patrick, Alec Pierce, DPJ. I know DPJ's been your big late round guy to go out and get, so I like that. Good value at receiver. I don't know if I'd want to draft Jeudy and Patrick, but I mean, there comes a point where Patrick's the best value. Go out and get him. Why not? All right, let me pick a defense here. And give me the Pats all day long. I got Matt Gay. You're going to land a decent defense, I'm sure, as well. So it's a good overall team. Hunter Henry and Goddard at tight end. That's a great double tight end set for sure. All right, I'm going all Patriots tonight. Jeez. So good overall team, Derek, for sure. Andrea, we got Stafford and Cousins at QB. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Late round value there, 100% good value overall. JT and Barkley, Damian Pierce, and Tony Pollard, good value at running back throughout the draft. I think one of those two guys would step up next to Taylor. Then Barkley provides that nice upside. Keenan Allen, Brandon Cooks, Bateman, Gage, Galladay, Landry, Jefferson, good value receiver throughout the draft. Obviously, Allen, Cooks, and hopefully Bateman would be kind of leading that pack. And then Gage provides some nice upside, especially as Godwin is out. So good receivers throughout the draft as well. You got Money Mac at kicker, tight ends Waller, so you should be fine as long as he stays healthy. It's a good team overall. Justin, we got A-Rod, Trey Lance, so you've got a bona fide starter, and Aaron Rodgers, some nice upside in Lance. Running back, we got Austin Eckler, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, Henderson, Williams, and Edwards. So good value at the running back position. Some good handcuff and split committee, opportunities throughout the draft as well. It is interesting going out and getting Jones and A.J. Dillon. For me personally, I'd rather just get Dillon at a later value and then replace that Aaron Jones pick with a different player from a different team. But hey, at least I got the Packers, snagged up all the way, right? Receiver, we got Hollywood Brown, Cortland Sutton, Treylon Burks, Olave, Jalen Tolbert. So some good rookie potential sprinkled in there. I think between Brown, Sutton, and Burks, you definitely have really, really good value. Then Olave I like as well. And then, Tolbert's good value sprinkled in there in the late round as well. Mark Andrews at tight end, so you're good to go there. Bills defense, Justin Tucker, arguably got the best defense and kicker in the draft as well. So good value, good setup at QB. Maybe the best tight end in the whole draft. It's a good team overall, man. You guys all drafted very well tonight. So that's to be expected from you guys. So good teams you guys put together. All right, let's take a look at my team tonight. So get a little sip of tea there. Slade, see you, John. Hey, peace out, bro. Appreciate you drafting tonight. Appreciate you hanging out. It's been good to see you back in the chat and everything, man. Smokey, can you go over my team? Yes, after this closes out, I will for sure. Okay, Justin, I got you. Andrew, running backs are weak. Yeah, a little bit more value at some other positions there. Justin says, go Pack, go. Derek, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. All right, so going back to that bounce back method, running back, receiver, running back, receiver, running back, receiver, drafting a tight end and QB when it feels right. Then at the end here, we kind of pivoted, started to go receiver, running back, then we went double receiver because we felt like there was the most value and potential at receiver as opposed to running back at that point in the draft. But running back room, we got Mixon, Jacobs, Elijah Mitchell, James Cook, and Algier. So two rookie running backs on the bench. A couple running backs we could have gone with James Cook or over James Cook. We could have gone Dameon Pierce, another rookie. Could have gone James Robinson. Could have gone Ramondre Stevenson. Could have gone with Ronald Jones. But I like the upside in James Cook there. So we went and took a gamble there. So I think it's a good running back room overall. But obviously between Mixon and Jacobs and Mitchell, those would be the guys leading the pack. Receiver, we got Tyreek Hill, DJ Moore, Devonta Smith. In a 12-man league, you could come out of a draft with just those three guys and feel pretty good. But we had Hopkins in a later round. Then we go with some more rookies. We went a little bit rookie heavy tonight. Jahan Dotson and George Pickens. I like both those guys at the value we got them. Then I love the value where we got Kendrick Bourne. I mean, he's been a player that I have a lot of personal faith in here in the offseason, so I'm happy to select him. And like I said, at that point in the draft, no running backs that I thought presented more value than going out and getting Bourne. Dawson Knox, our tight end 1. I was looking for a tight end 2 a little bit later in the draft, to Hunter Henry or Noah Fant, but they both got selected. So, like I said, we just evaluate the position as the season started to progress and try and find a tight end 2 at some point in those first couple weeks. Jalen Hurts, our QB, and Nick Folk in the Pats defense, both extremely consistent. Shout out to our Patriots fans. I did that for you guys. But in all seriousness, both performed very well last year, both extremely consistent. So I thought this was a good overall team. I thought this strategy, once again, continues to work and build a very, very consistent roster overall that I would be happy with in a 12-man league. So I think it's another good mock draft in the books, boys and girls. All right, Smokey. Smokey, which team are you? What are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is this your team, Smokey? Let me know. We pick 7. Derek, good running back room. Good steal with Hopkins late. Yeah, at that point when Hopkins fell, I just felt like I couldn't pass him up, you know. A really good draft. I appreciate it, Justin. Solid team. Knox had 3rd most red zone targets at tight end. Yeah, I'm completely fine with Dawson Knox as my tight end 1. I got no beef with it whatsoever, man. All right, Smokey, found your team here. QB, we got Herbert. You're good there. You got nothing else to worry about. Running back, Connor, Zeke, Michael Carter, Madison, and Hines. Good value at running back throughout the whole draft. Like, I'd be fine with Connor and Zeke as my RB1 and RB2. So good value there. Good handcuff situation, Madison. I think Carter's a good value where you got him. I don't mind him. I still think it's going to be committee backfield, even with Hall there. Hines is good value where you got him, too, and provides that PPR upside. Receiver room is led by JJ, so you're good no matter what, basically. But then adding Deontay Johnson as a wide receiver 2 is beautiful. Juju is completely worth the risk and upside as a wide receiver 3 with Kansas City. Lazard's good value where you got him. Could at worst be a wide receiver 2, if not wide receiver 1 for the Packers. Tyler Boyd, you stole him from me. I was a little sad, but it's okay. Really, really good value where you got him. Really, really, I think, helped this roster as well. Devontae Parker, good value where you got him as well. Like I said, I'm more keen to Kendrick Bourne, but I do think that Parker is going to have an opportunity to make a lot of big plays for New England. I think he's good value where you got him. Tight end Hawkinson, as long as he stays healthy, you're fine, but you back him up with Albert O, which is good value. And I think that's pretty solid for tight end 1 and tight end 2 as well. Receiver, the strong point of this team, but even running back, like you didn't have to go super RB heavy. You got really good value at running back. So your skill positions look good. Hawkinson and Albert O, I think, would be fine. You're set at QB. I don't know if I'm drafting the Commanders defense with how bad I'm expecting that secondary to repeat, but hail to the Commanders. Shout out to the DC area. And Tyler Boss, the boss man, a very consistent kicker. So it's a good team, man. You guys drafted excellent tonight. You guys absolutely killed it. And I expect nothing less from you guys on a consistent basis. So that'll do it for tonight's stream. Another beautiful mock draft in the books. We are running our subscriber mock draft tomorrow night. I'll let you guys know on Discord what time we're going to run. I got to talk to Steven. But make sure you guys are part of the Discord page to get that link. And, of course, to get our information about the Catch Fam 2022 Fantasy Football Leagues, which are going. I'm starting to get a head count for, so super excited. Nate, are you doing another mock draft? Unfortunately, not tonight, my dude. Just one mock draft for tonight's stream. But we will be on tomorrow night, and we run a mock draft or an underdog draft every single night at the moment here at the Catch. So we'd love to catch you in another stream, my dude. Let's see. Yeah, so that'll do it for tonight's mock draft. Hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, come join the Catch fam. We'd love to have you here at the Catch. Hit that like button on the way out. And yeah, Discord link in the description down below. Completely free to join. Best way to get community updates to join mock drafts, underdog drafts, and everything to do with the Catch overall. So appreciate you guys hanging out. Had an absolute blast tonight. Another beautiful mock draft. Appreciate you guys who were able to draft with me tonight, and appreciate everyone who hung out as well. Derek, Justin, Smoking the Cat, Nate, Andrea, Slade, Justin, Spears, Emil, Mr. Sarcastic, Derek, Jason. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate everyone else who hopped in and hung out for a little bit. And yeah, love this community, love this channel, love the Catch fam. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Looking forward to our subscriber mock draft. Always a blast. Always a highlight of the week. And Steven will be joining us tomorrow. I know he's excited to talk to you guys as well. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And that will do it for tonight's stream. With that, I got nothing else to say. But thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on the Catch. And peace.